Hi everyone, I'm going to show you a quick live demo of the new Lemon Sky outdoor actions for Photoshop Forestry School. Now these actions are different in that they are mainly made up of sliders and paints. We have the full scene bases here, which you will play first to run a full scene over your images, and then you flatten it once you are happy. And then you can move on to the sliders and the paints. A slider, and don't worry, you don't have to take this all in because you've got it up here, how to use sliders, how to use paints in the instructions, so you can play those. A slider will basically play an effect over your image, and then you slide up the opacity here until you are happy. That way you get to decide how your finished image looks. We are artists, we're not looking for some kind of crappy Instagram filter style action to put over our image. We are looking to enhance them and boost them and make them the best that we can. And I am waging a war on Photoshop actions that just kind of run something really bad over your image and might suit one image in 10 but won't suit the other 9 images. This way you get complete control over your finished result for your client. You can make the image look exactly how you want it to look, but with a bit of help from these actions. So to start off, I'm using this lovely image from Karen McGowan. I have a few here to use. I'm going to get through as many as I can in a few minutes. And any images that I use sent in by the testers, you will receive a free copy of the finished action set as a thank you from me. So I'm going to start with the base. I'd always recommend, I've even put start here, start with a base. So Signature Mini Clean will work on 90% of your images. It's a really mini base. It just kind of boosts it up and adds some noise reduction, shadows and highlights, fixes the colours a little bit, boosts your image up. So there we go. I'm going to take a copy of the background and pop it onto a new layer just so we can go back and have a look. So that is before and after the Signature Mini Clean. You have other bases here as well with a little description about what they do, or you can play them all and mix and match until you're happy. So flatten that down. I'd always recommend flattening before you continue so you don't get confused. So the sliders, like I said, you literally slide the opacity up to taste. So what do we want to do with this image? Warm it up a little bit, so we play the warm up slider up here onto the opacity, and you literally slide it until you're happy with the amount of warmth it puts into your image. So I'm happy with that. What else does this one need? Maybe a bit of contrast, could play a little bit of contrast. So literally slide that one in until we're happy. We've got scene paints here, so you can paint on. A paint is like many of my other action sets. It will give you a black layer mask box. You get a white brush at 20 to 40% opacity, and you paint on the layer mask box to reveal the effect. I don't think we particularly need any of the scene paints in this image. I'll show you desaturate the green just to show you how one of the paint works. So you get your brush at somewhere between 20 and 40%, and this will desaturate the greens, for example. So as you can see there, I'm running it over any greens and it's desaturating them. But for this image, I like the greens green, so that was just to show you. Flatten again, recommended. Subject, face retouch paints. So this is to really work on your subject. Again, these are paints, so you want a brush. And let's have a look, lighten up the shadows. I mean, what does this little one need? She doesn't really need a lot. We could perhaps define the eyes a little bit. Maybe some bright eye pop. Maybe some natural cheek blush, and maybe some soft hair. So I've played those. As you can see, they're black boxes. I'm going to get my white brush and just click on the one I want to paint on. I'm on the black box, white brush, soft hair, so I'm just going to soften that hair down a little bit. Cheeks, a little bit of colour into the cheeks. Eye paint, bright eyes, so this is just going to brighten those eyes up. Eye paint, lashes, so that is going to kind of really darken those lashes up. So skin, we could do some creamy soft skin, which will give it a creamy tone. You've also got soft skin natural, which is just a softener, or you've got creamy, which adds in some nice creamy skin tones to your image. Or you've also got peachy skin toner if you don't want to soften, you just want to tone. So, creamy skin softener. I'm just going to run this over, and as you can see, that's softening up, removing any noise, removing kind of any uneven skin tones there. So just softening it all up a little bit. Okay, and a little bit here on the legs as well. I always find outdoor and indoor, legs often tend to be a little bit darker and blotchier. So that's the creamy skin paint. Defined lip pout, or Cupid's bow. Let's do a bit of Cupid's bow. So if you don't know what the Cupid's bow is, it's this little bit here, which always looks really cute when it's defined. So colour cast tone brushes, this little girl doesn't need any of them, we'll do those in another minute, but we can, you know, paint away the green, yellow, purple, any colour casts on the face, you can paint those away. So image wash sliders, I really don't think this image needs much else. So let's have a look at our before and after. And that's using Forestry School, the Lemon Sky Outdoor Actions for Photoshop. So let's do another outdoor image. Which one? Let's go for this one from Emma Charlton. Okay, so as before, start up here with the bases. Again, I'm going to use Signature Mini Clean. I'm addicted to that. I've been using it in everything. So, you know, if Signature Mini Clean doesn't work, then go on to the others. That's what I'd recommend. Although, you know, these Vintage Golden Fade and Muted Brown Sparrow are also really lovely for outdoor images. So as you can see, that has really sharpened and brightened the image up. I'm going to pop that onto a new layer. Okay, and flatten down. So let's have a look. What does this image need? On the scene sliders here, perhaps a little more contrast, perhaps a warm up, and what else? I may play some background matte and blur. This is a paint. I'm on the paints now as well. What I'm doing is I'm kind of stacking up the layers palette here, so I can then go in and slide or and paint as I want to. Basically, a slider is going to always be white, a paint is going to always be black if you get stuck. So, paint on some background matte and blur. So I've just got a white brush here, and I'm just adding a little bit more blur and matte to that background. Slider, warm up. So slide it. Obviously you don't want it completely warm. Slide it until you're happy with the warmth. Contrast. Let's add a bit of contrast in. Okay, and flatten down. So that's before and after. If you think I might go, oh, it's a bit too warm, you can come up here on a slider and play a cool down slider. And as it's a slider, all you do is slide it until you're happy. So let's go there. So these are images I've not played with. I'm deliberately doing this so I can show you how you would do it. I'm not going, right, I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't. I'm using the actions as you would. So, let's sort her face out. Let's go on to these colour cast toners. So what have we got here? We've got a bit of green cast, perhaps a bit of purple cast. So I'm going to play Go Away Green and Purge the Purple. Go Away Green, let's start there. White brush, these are a brush, so a black box, you need a white brush. And I'm just going to start kind of running that over the greens. So as you can see, this is taking the green cast very nicely off her face. Before, after. And Purge the Purple. I'm just going to run that over these little bits here with a bit of purple in, possibly a purple cast from this feather in her hair. There, done. So let's get onto her skin. Let's play Soft Skin Creamy. And I think I'm also going to play Bright Eye Pop, so really pop those eyes out. As they're a bit shadowed and a little bit dark, it's nice to bring a bit of attention to those eyes. So where's that one? Bright Eye Pop. And with these, again, they're brushes, so a white brush, low opacity, Bright Eye Pop. Just going to kind of run this over her eyes a little bit to let those pop out. And the creamy skin. So let's pop a nice creamy skin tone on her. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at the other screen. I've just had quite a funny message pop up. Okay, so this little hair here, this is going to be fixed using one of the manual fixes here, select and fix. I have these in my other actions too, so those of you who have my other actions will be very familiar with how select and fix works. If you're not, you draw around the thing you want to get rid of and you play select and fix and it removes it. Again, select and fix. How about that bit there? Select and fix. Okay, so before and after. Okay, so what should I do? Shall I do one more? Let's have a look. Ooh. Okay, Lisa McCormick. Let's do this one because I like this one. I like this one because it's very cool. So this is a good example of, warming the image up. So let's go for Muted Brown Sparrow as a base rather than the Signature Mini Clean. So as you can see, it's warmed it up quite nicely. I may put Signature Mini Clean on over the top just because I'm so addicted to it. I love it. I love it exactly what it does. Every image without fail, I love Signature Mini Clean. If you play one of these bases and you think it might be a bit heavy, you can just turn the opacity down as well. So for example, if I want to turn it down to Signature Mini Clean there, with Muted Brown Sparrow showing underneath, I will. So, sorry, my computer's being horribly slow because I have so many programs open. So that's before and after the base. Okay, so definitely need to put a warm-up slider in there, perhaps a contrast slider, perhaps a colour boost slider, even a bit of matte. Let's pop a bit of matte in. So, warm-up slider. Let's warm it up until we're happy. There. Contrast. Do we want contrast? Off, on, maybe just a little bit. Colour boost. Do we want to boost the colour up or down? Perhaps up, just a smidge. And matte. Do we want to add matte in? Very matte, no matte, maybe a bit of matte. Okay. And flatten. Now her skin is quite cold, so I'm going on to the subject face retouch paints and I'm going to play Soft Skin Creamy, and then I'm going to go onto the colour cast tone brushes, and I think I'm probably going to play Bye Bye Blues and Get Rid of the Greys, just to kind of give her a little bit more colour to her skin. So creamy skin paint to start with, that I've just played. Okay, so that's just popping a lovely bit of creamy tone in there. I'm not sure if you can see. If you paint this over something you don't want to paint it over, then just go to a black brush and erase it. Okay, so Get Rid of Greys. As I've written here, it's quite heavy, this one, because it all depends on how much of a grey tone there is in your image. She's not particularly grey, so I'm going to turn the brush right down to play this, and this is just putting a lovely bit of colour back into her skin. Nice natural looking colour there, so before and after. Now let's use Select and Fix just to get rid of these little blotchy bits on her face here. A little bit there. A little scratch there. Oh, and a little bruise there. Okay. Oh, what have I done? So, before and after. Okay, how about a beach image? I've got a couple of beachy images here. Who have we got here? Gillian Cross. This is nice, lovely. So I'm going to play Castaway Beach Bum for this one. This will give kind of a nice violet, warm evening beachy glow. I think a lot of people might think a beach should be kind of very yellow and blue, but really having some violets in there is really nice. So before and after Castaway Beach Bum. Again, I'm going to make a new layer with the background on it so we can go back. Okay, and flatten. Now what do we want to do? First off, these people. Yep, you guessed it, select and fix. So I'm just going to draw around the people, come down here to select and fix in the manual section here, and play it, and they're gone. So people, no people, people, no people. Okay, and the sliders. Obviously you could do some skin retouching here. I don't need to because I've already done that quite a bit on the last couple of images I've shown you. I'm sure you get the gist of that. So let's have a look at these here instead. Sky Dress and Highlight Rescue. This is good if you've still got detail in the highlights. Obviously if you've completely blown them out, nothing is going to bring those back. But if you've still got some detail here, you can use this brush to kind of bring some of that detail back into your image. So there we go. Blue sky, sky. And what else do we want to do? How about we warm it up with a slider. Pop a little bit of warmth in. And colour cast. Their facelet I have kind of a reddy purple colour cast on them, so how about purge the purple? Let's just dot a little bit of that over, just to kind of, you know, bring some of their natural tone back into their face. Image wash sliders, so these are a wash you can put over your entire image and slide it to however you want it to look. So how about Peachy Perfection? So you can just kind of slide this up. Obviously that was too much, so just a little bit until you're happy. You can play them all here and then you can go through them and decide which one you know, you like the best. Got some fun things here, some lens flare, which will pop like a nice lens flare onto your image, a retro gel filter. I had to put one in there, probably not good for this image, but you know, you can pop a bit of retro gel on there. Sun haze, you can drag this one around. It will create your very own movable sun filter. So there it is. We can pop that wherever we like. So yeah, before and after. Oh, I'm running out of time. I could literally talk and show you forever and ever and ever. Let's see, I think I had some beachy pictures here. Here's one other beachy picture. So from Claire Ross. Right, so first off, this one is very overexposed, isn't it? So let's start with Signature Mini Clean rather than the beach action, because remember, Signature Mini Clean will really kind of do everything. If your image really needs rescuing, go for Healthy Histogram, but that all depends. That's very much automated, so it all depends on how you want your image to look. So Signature Mini Clean, before and after. So you can see it's really brought back some of that detail already. Flatten it down. Now the sliders, I'm going to play a darken slider. Okay, I'll fix that. I'm not sure why it said that, but okay, so I can slide it up and darken the image as much as I want. This doesn't just put kind of a black over your image, it will genuinely darken what's already there. So let's go about there. Brushes, let's rescue the sky. White brush, paint it over, rescue the sky. Let's rescue some of that foam there. And those lovely cliffs. Okay. So, before and after. Okay. Ooh, should I do one more? Should I do one more? Ooh, okay, this one's from Zara. Let's do one of yours. Okay, so this is obviously the sun started going down, it's very dark. So let's go for Castaway Beach Bum. Seeing as it's a beach shot, let's add some of those beach tones in. Let's start making it more beachy because it's a beach image. You have to excuse me, I've still got cold and I'm so bunged up. So Castaway Beach Bum, it does put kind of a blue purple tone over your image, as you can see. but it looks a lot better already. Zara, I'm just going to pop your image onto another layer and flatten down. Sliders, we definitely need brighten, we definitely need warm up, perhaps colour boost, and perhaps some contrast. So let's start sliding. Brighten. Let's brighten this up to where we want it to be. Slider, warm up, let's add some warmth back into this image. Colour boost, we could pop a bit more colour in if we wanted to. I love their faces. Contrasting, yeah, around there. Okay, so then obviously you can paint on the scene if you want to. You can get here and subject face retouch. You can put, your retouching on them. I'm going to go down here to the image wash sliders because I haven't really shown you very many of those, have I? How about we play them all? Play them all and I'll show you each one of them very, very quickly. Obviously, each one is not going to suit this image, so we can kind of show you which one looks the best. If that pops up, just hit enter, I'll fix that. Okay, so, airy warm breeze slider, and you slide it until you're happy. Creamy matte, slide it until you're happy. Lush green, this is really only if you've got, a nice green field. Violet loves the bluebells. This is nice for bluebell shots, turns your bluebells a kind of violet colour. There's a lot of blue in this image, so it wants to turn it violet. Peachy perfection. This is a lovely kind of image wash overlay there. Scarecrow is very nice. Kind of a peachy, orangey, autumnal tone. Pastel pink haze. Purple rain. Does what it says on the tin. Retro magazine. So there. So that was before. That was before, and that was after. Before and after. This is Lemon Sky Forestry School, the outdoor collection. It's nearly finished. It's nearly ready for release. I'm just waiting on my testers to get back to me and let me know what they think. I'll fix out those two little select jobbies that went wrong. And yeah, thanks for sticking around 20 minutes. I've been talking, and sorry about that. I'm sure you probably skipped through loads to see more of the same. And yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I can't wait to get these out to you. Bye.